Hi guys, in this video, I'm going to be sharing the stock analysis of Intel. Intel is a well-established semiconductor company that is a market leader in CPU or computer processors. Intel has just released its second quarter results for 2021. CEO Pat Gelsinger painted a rosy picture saying that it has never been a more exciting time to be in the semiconductor market. And Intel is uniquely positioned to capitalize on the opportunity of a decade of sustained growth in the industry. He also went on to say that the results show that momentum is building, execution is improving, and customers continue to choose Intel for their leadership products. However, the share price dropped from $56 to $53 upon the release of the earnings report. So what's going on here? I'm going to be sharing the real financial picture of Intel that points to the contrary. So let's get right into it. Here's the quarterly summary that Intel has filed with the SEC. Total revenue is down slightly by around 0.5% year over year. Operating income is down 3% and operating cash flow is down 17%. It is a far cry from the rosy picture painted earlier. The only positive is the earnings per share that is up 4%. Even that is due to the reduced number of shares outstanding. Intel spent $2.3 billion in Q1 to buy back its shares that reduced the number of shares outstanding from 4.2 million to 4 million shares. The other point to note is the lower ASP or average selling price. Market leadership products command a higher ASP as it is the go-to product. The fact that Intel's ASP is dropping shows that Intel is no more a market leader. Intel's main rival, AMD's ASP on the other hand, is on the way up. Let's now look at the quarterly trend over the last 5 years. The revenue has been rising steadily since 2016 from $13 billion to $19 billion, but it has since flattened and started to turn down a bit. It is the same pattern for gross profit. Although the gross margin is healthy at 57%, it has been on the decline too. The operating expenses have remained largely flat, with a slight rise in R&D and downtrending sales and general admin. The net income is also on a general decline since 2020. Same case for the net margin and earnings per share. There has been good positive cash flow from operations since 2016. While it has started to turn down in the recent quarters, it is still decent numbers. Intel's cash position has slowly weakened and sits at $4.7 billion. The quick ratio is a weak 0.9. At such a low number, there is a high chance that Intel might run into liquidity problems and might have to sell its assets or take on more debt. Intel's balance sheet is strong with tangible assets and has been growing slowly. Property, plant and equipment make up about 30% of the assets. The goodwill is $26 billion and there's a further $8 billion of intangible assets. On the liability side, Intel has a long-term debt of $31 billion. The debt has been coming down and is reduced from $40 billion in 2020. In percentage terms, it is 20% of total assets. Book value per share has been rising and is at $22.90. And at the current price, the price to book is 2.3, pushing it to the undervalued region. And the trailing PE ratio is 11.78. Again, it is in the undervalued region. But as I shared in an earlier video that should show up at the top of this screen, low PE and price to book are not enough to determine the value of a stock. Low PE and price to book may also indicate a company that is on the decline and one that the market has given up. Looking at the financials, Intel seems to be on the decline, and I could not find any growth plans from Intel, unlike Applied Materials and Lam Research that has clear growth targets published for the next few years. On the technical side, there is support at $53 and the next support is at $44. On the weekly timeline, there is an uptrending channel and that should provide support at around $48. If $53 breaks, Intel is likely to hit to the 44 to 48 region price level. This video is part of the series of semiconductor stocks portfolio. If you are looking to invest in semiconductor stocks and profit from the semiconductor boom, do check out these videos of profitable semiconductor stocks to invest in 2021. Please subscribe if you have found this sharing useful, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye for now.